Hello everyone. Recently GoPro released their new Hero 7 Black camera and the internet has been going crazy over it. And for good reason. I mean, the hyper smooth stabilization is super buttery, the quality of the footage is improved, and the built-in microphone is actually usable now. I mean, who would have thought? And that's led a lot of people to say that this would actually be a very good camera for vlogging. And so I decided to put that to the test. So before I go any further, this isn't a spec video. There are other people who do that do it way better than I can, so go watch those videos if you're just looking for specs. I'm going to focus on the vlogging trifecta. That is a front-facing screen so you can see yourself while you're filming, a microphone that is directional enough that will cut out most of the outside noise, and video that is good enough and reliable so that you don't have to think about it. You can just shoot and know that you're going to get something good on the other end when you're editing. So obviously the first thing, just scratch it right off. There is no front-facing screen on this, but I'm okay with that because the linear field of view is wide enough to get me and Andre in the shot even without a fully bent arm. And all I have to do is just kind of generally point it between us, or if I'm just filming myself, I can even be right here and it's getting me. So next is the audio. And while the built-in microphone is definitely better, it's just not quite reliable enough for my taste. But thankfully GoPro does sell this microphone adapter which has a USB-C on one side, and on the other side it has a USB-C and a 3.5mm microphone jack so that you can plug in your microphone. You can also charge through this too, which is kind of cool. But this is $50. GoPro, why is this $50? There is no way that it costs you anywhere close to $50 to make this thing. I would be okay with like $20. But the fact that this is $50 and it's literally the only adapter that will work with your damn cameras, come on. I get that you have a captive audience, but be nice for once. Stop being so broy. Anyway, I digress. This allows you to plug in external microphones. And for the microphone, I bought this Ceramonic miniature microphone. It's got like a little bit of a shock mount and then a 3.5mm plug. This little fuzzy part doesn't come with the microphone. I actually bought this separately. It's made for lavalier mics. I'll link all of this stuff in the description below. But so this helps a lot with the wind. This microphone does come with a little foam wind muff, but it's okay. This works slightly better. So you take the microphone, you plug it into the adapter, and then you take the adapter and you plug it into your GoPro, flip this around, make sure the mic is pointing you, and so there you go. You have a super tiny, super capable vlogging setup for under $500. You have the GoPro itself, which is $400. You have the adapter, which is $50. The microphone is $25, and these little muffs are a couple bucks. So under $500, and the quality of the footage that you can get from this rivals a lot of much more expensive cameras. So I issued myself a challenge to exclusively use this camera on a recent trip to Austin, and it was great. Completely freed up my hands while we were in the airport and generally traveling. Like, I was able to take this and throw it in my jacket pocket, pull it out when I needed to, and with quick capture on, you just hit the record button, it starts recording within a couple seconds, and then there you go. I don't know what else to say about it. It just works so well. And the footage that you can get is just so good. That's not to say that there aren't a few issues that I found. Let me start by saying that none of these are deal breakers. They're just kind of minor annoyances. So the first thing is that the linear field of view is only available in 2.7K and below. So that's 2.7K, 1080, 720. I just wish they had it in 4K. Minor annoyance, but I wish they had it. What I'm kind of more annoyed about is that they took away the narrow field of view. So on the previous GoPros, there was like super wide, medium, linear, and then narrow. And the narrow field of view was even more punched in, such that if your subject was a little bit further away, you could still get a little bit of a zoom out of the GoPro. It's digital zoom, obviously. It's just kind of cropping the sensor, but it's useful in a lot of situations. And so I'm a little disappointed that they got rid of that, but in the grand scheme of things, what they added in its place is a valid trade-off, I feel. Lastly, the UI is still pretty clunky. It comes with the territory of not really having any physical buttons on the camera and just having the touchscreen. It's a little bit better than it used to be, but I feel like it still could be improved. After coming back from Austin and looking at some of the footage and seeing what we were able to get with this, it's incredible. And I'd go so far as to say, if you're starting out on YouTube today, you should get this set up. It's under $500. The quality of the footage is excellent. Don't worry about not being able to see yourself, because you can just generally point the lens at you and you will know that you're in frame. The hypersmooth is so good that you don't need any kind of gimbal or anything like that, especially if you're just doing like this kind of vlogging stuff. It will smooth out any kind of shake that you have. For people like me and other vloggers out there who already have a DSLR or a mirrorless camera but want something that's a little bit smaller and easier to just kind of throw in their jacket pocket while you're going through the airport or train station or running from bus to bus or whatever, this is the setup. I mean, this is it. Throw it in your pocket. So that's about it. Leave a comment below. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have about this setup, or if you already have a setup similar to this, let me know. I want to know. I want to see what other people are doing with the GoPro. Also, if you want to see the vlogs that we filmed with this camera, I'll be posting those soon. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to make sure that you get notified when that happens. And lastly, we started an Instagram account a while ago where we post photos from our travels and a lot of stories while we're traveling. So go here. It's UATW_. Go follow us there. Yeah. So see you next time on Us Against the World. Bye bye.